Yeah. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session for enhancing your mental health and develop your well-being. We are glad to have Ms. Kanta Rajpal with us, the mentor for today's session, the expert for today's session, who will be quickly sharing with us the tips, the tricks, the concept about what is mental health, what is well-being, and how we can have a good mental health, how we can make changes in our lifestyles so that we are able to have a good mental health. And good evening, Reshma. Good evening, Jayashri ma'am, and welcome for today's session of all the educators. I'm so glad to see you today, spending your time with us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Varia, and uh, welcome to all the educators. Now, this month is called as the Health Awareness Month. There are a lot of different ways that we can take care of ourselves, because it is a very well-known fact that till you take care of yourself, you are not ready to take care of others. बहुत बार होता है कि हम लोग दूसरों के लिए we compromise our health because we keep doing things for somebody else, and we don't realize कि there comes a time that हम लोग को किसी की हेल्प की जरूरत पड़ती है. So this is a very important lesson basically for the educators. In the last 2 years, the way we have gone through all the learning process, the way we have to keep up with the work, the way we have to take care of the home family, and as well as go back to our classrooms to teach our students, we thought that this is going to be a very, very important program for us this time, because it is not always just the tips and tools and tricks that we can use in our classroom, but it is mental health and develop your well-being, just like Kanta ma'am said. So welcome all of you, and we will start the session soon.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
so much.
at the end of the session, I shall be also be sharing with you the feedback form link, wherein after filling up the feedback form, you'll be receiving your attendance certificates. And I am more than say glad to introduce Kanta ma'am to all of us. Kanta ma'am is a well-known personality in Rajkot. She is working with Rajkumar College. Rajkumar College is a school, basically a K-12 school, but it's a very old and very known organization. And she is having multiple qualifications. I'm knowing Kanta ma'am since many years. One of the biggest quality which I admire in her is that she is ever ready to learn new things and new concepts. It's always, she's a very inspiring person. वो हमेशा हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ सीखती रहती है, कुछ ना कुछ क्वालिफिकेशंस अटेंड करती रहती है. It's very inspiring to learn from her. So before I say something more about Kanta ma'am, I would just request Kanta ma'am herself to introduce herself on, and please introduce yourself to the audience, ma'am.
Thank
Over
you
to
so
Kanta
much,
ma'am.
sir. Yeah, thank you so much, Vishal sir. Thank you so much, Reshma ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all my dear friends. I'm addressing friends because I'm a psychologist, and psychologists are always playing the role of a friend. Right? Can you see my screen, sir? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see screen, sir?
Yes, ma'am. We can see your screen. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yes. Yeah. I'm teaching psychology since many years. I'm teaching entrepreneurship also. I'm working as a career counselor in the Rajkumar College. I try to accumulate few degrees. I'm trying for PhD also. I don't know how much I succeed. I'm trying to construct a psychological test. Now let's see what is going to happen. Within few months, I'll come to know whether I got admission and whether everything went on, or my proposal is also accepted till now. But rest is up to still. We have to wait for some time. So not much about me, but May month is actually the mental health awareness month, and we got the opportunity to highlight or to focus on this topic. And this is very, very important topic, because generally what people are doing, we are doing so many things. We are trying to take care of so many things. We are trying to take care of our family members and all different things, but we just forget about our mental health. And that is also that's actually very, very important thing to take care of. So I'll try to focus on how to take care of it. What to do, that we all know that, but how to do it, so I'll try to focus on this. Shall I proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
Yeah. So enhance your mental health and develop your well-being. Right. So by developing your well-being, you will be able to get the self-awareness, purpose in life, environment mastery, positive relations, personal growth, healthy life, and happiness. I think these are different terms, but we are going to discuss all these terms in detail. And the things which you know, many things you are aware about, almost everything you are aware about, but how to implement it, how to use it, that is what we are going to discuss. I'm not going to say something extraordinary, but how to implement it, how to use it in practice, or how to use it in daily practice, in daily day-to-day shows. That is what I'm going to highlight. Right. So health is defined by WHO as a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. If a person is saying that that person is out of disease, or he or she is not having any disease, it doesn't mean that that person is healthy. Yeah, he is healthy physically. But we have to, when we are talking about health, it is physical, mental, as well as social well-being. Right. So it's a holistic approach. So well-being have so many elements. There are so many elements, and we have to work on all these areas. Then only we'll be able to achieve our well-being. So if we talk about objective aspects of well-being, then we can say the standard of life, the kind of life we are having, or the luxury or everything what we are having. That is the objective aspect of well-being. But when we talk about subjective aspect of well-being, that is the quality of life. And this is very, very important. Whatever you have, but the kind of life you are living, that is very important. So the quality of life is very important. We are going to focus on this area. So if we talk about well-being, so there are four major dimensions. First is physical health, social health, mental health, and happiness. So you can say these are four pillars of well-being. So we have to work on all four areas. Each dimension have an effect on the other dimension. So if your physical health is good, obviously you are going to enjoy your social health. And if your social health is good, you are going to enjoy your mental health. And if you're mentally also healthy, you're going to enjoy your happiness, right? So each dimension have an effect on other dimensions. So we have to work on all four areas, and that is well-being is an holistic approach. So I will not focus much on physical health, because everyone is aware about how physical health is important for us, and what is the importance of exercise, and what is the importance of good nutrition and adequate rest and everything. So I'll just brief out few things. Exercise regularly, because exercise will keep you physically fit, strong, and energetic. So exercise is very, very important. Spare some time, maybe 20 to 30 minutes in a day. Everyone is saying, yes, I tried, I joined gym, I tried to do it, I started yoga, but then I could not continue. There are some reasons why you could not continue. We are going to discuss that also. So exercise regularly, physical health is very, very important. Eat proper diet, proper nutritional or balanced diet. Avoid junk food, because junk food will lead to obesity and many other problems. So have well balanced diet. Children who participate in regular physical activities enjoy improved performance, better social relations, and a more positive body image by having appropriate weight. So obesity is also a major problem nowadays. So appropriate weight or body image is also very, very important. So as we can see in children, the same is applicable to us also. So if we are occupied in some physical activities, it will lead to physical health. Now the second dimension is social health. Social health is also very, very important for us. These are some areas where we can work out for developing our social health. But if we can brief out, enjoy being with others by maintaining a healthy relationships with your nears and dears. Just now I was watching a movie and I heard a dialogue that if अगर आपके पास 10, 12, 15, 20 अगर आपके relatives कम है, not a problem, but you should have at least 50 good friends. So the role of the importance of friends is which it's very, very important to have good company, good group, and good people around you. So develop friendship and have good people around you. And I'm really blessed to have good people around me. I always have very good people around me. They all are ready to help. They all are very much constructive, and most of them are positive also. So if you are having this kind of friend circle, it's really good for you. Caring about others and letting others care about you is also very, very important to remain socially healthy. So contributing to society and your community is also very important to remain socially healthy, as we all are doing right now. And this group is also trying to contribute to some extent to the society and the community and the educators community. So ultimately, we all are trying to do the same thing. Show appreciation in verbal and non-verbal ways. If someone is doing something good, at least we should appreciate them. If someone is making some mistakes, we can ignore that. It's fine. Human beings can make do the best, happy. And as a leader, especially for a leader or especially for the person who is really having many people under them, if you appreciate, you will get more productivity, and you will find that your staff and your people around you are really working so hard and really dedicated.
Ma'am, I would just like to add to what you just said in the concept of appreciation. I just recall a rhyme that we used to learn in our KG section, and we teach that in the KG section. There is one rhyme that when you're happy and clap your hands. Right? Similarly, I mean, this is really very important. And in this formal world, we just forget to express our happiness. We just forget to express our appreciation. This is really, really important, and we should keep this trait on, like appreciating what we like, or expressing our happiness in whatever form. बच्चों को हम ऐसे बोलते थे. You have to just raise your hand and just do like this if you're happy. Something. So clapping will create sound, and if you do like this, they'll be more happy. Something like that. Ma'am, please continue.
Right. Yeah, actually, when we discuss or when we think about something, you might have met many people. They have habit of criticizing others or finding faults. Okay, finding faults is very easy, but to appreciate, it's really needed some. I would say it really needs some efforts to find out something good and appreciate them. Because the person who is really working so hard, at least you appreciate, and that will help them, that will motivate them to do the work next time much better, right? So honest work should be always appreciated. It might not be up to your mark. You might be very knowledgeable. The other person might not be so much knowledgeable up to your extent or up to your of that person. And if the intention is good, I think everything is good, right? All right. And contributing to the society and your community, use collaborative approach rather than competitive approach. This is very, very important. In this society, generally people have habit of competing one another. In competition, generally we develop negative thoughts. And when we develop negative thought, it is not harming other person, rather it is harming us only. So never try to compete each other. Whatever they have, whatever the qualities or knowledge or physical things or luxury or whatever they are having, it's fine. And whatever you are having, you enjoy that. And if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, you talk to others and use collaborative approach. And then if you do something for the society, definitely your work will be acknowledged and you will shine. This is what my observation is, and this is what my experience is. Rest, it's up to you people. Fine, so we can brief out as far as the social health is concerned. Sharing and caring is very, very important. If you share with others, if you share your knowledge, if you share your contents, if you share things, if you share anything, you will feel so happy. And sharing and caring is very, very important for remaining socially healthy. Unburden your emotions. This is very important. Unburden your emotions. Actually, people who are suffering from depression, and many of them are indulging into suicide, most of them could not unburden their emotions. Unburdening your emotions are very, very important. Whatever is troubling you, you speak out, talk to the concerned person and resolve the problem over there only. Don't keep it in your mind and don't suppress all your emotions. This suppressed emotion will trouble you. So better to unburden the emotions, and whatever the problem is there, resolve it, move ahead. And then next day you will be perfectly fine and you are fresh. Listen others by showing empathy. If someone is sharing something with you, whatever the kind of thing they have done, they might have done something wrong and they are suffering from guilt or anything, but still listen them with empathy. Don't make fun of them and try to resolve the problem. Try to help them, whatever the way you can help them. And the last one is experience the joy of giving. When you are giving something, you feel so happy. Whatever you can give, whether it is anything, not only the monetary thing or not only the things which you are very costly or whatever the thing you are able to give, experience the joy of giving, right? This will really help you to remain socially healthy. Now, the main thing is mental health. Mental health is an incredible important part of overall health. Everything is dependent on our mental health, and everything begins with our thoughts. So to take care of mental health is very, very important. And if you take care of your mental health, rest everything will be taken care automatically. With a growing number of people experiencing mental health symptoms, we need to join together to advocate for improving the mental health care system of our government. So in India, or in especially in Gujarat, the mental health care is not given the importance. People can openly say, yes, I'm suffering from so and so disease, or I'm suffering from BP, or I'm suffering from, but they have or anything. They hide it. They don't try to reveal it. They feel people will see in a different manner and they feel ashamed on it. So this should not be there. This is also a kind of illness. If you are consulting a doctor, if you are consulting a psychologist, if you are consulting a psychiatrist, it's fine. Nothing is wrong in it. If you are consulting a psychologist, you are just seeking help. And with the help of discussion, if you can resolve the problem, that is really good. So just the awareness is needed, especially in India and in Gujarat also. So we need to, being an educator, we need to work in this area. Now, when we talk about mental health is not a one word. It is having so many components. So we have to work in all these areas, but it's not so difficult as everything is written here. So attitude, thinking, optimism, positivity. So all these things are interconnected, interwoven. So if you're working in one area, automatically the other area is taken care of. So a healthy mind is the sign of a healthy body. So we are going to focus on a healthy mind. Am I audible clearly? Everything is going on very well, sir? Is it fine?
Yes, absolutely, Kanta ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. Because I'm not getting any response from that side, so I thought.
No. The chat is being continued, ma'am. We are
Yeah,
engaged in the
yeah,
chat process,
yeah.
and at your convenient time, you can have an interactive session in between of the sessions that you feel.
Right.
Okay, we can. Yeah. Okay.
So some educators have questions, but whenever you are ready, you can
Yeah.
ask, let them know that they are open to ask questions, and we will take
So
it.
shall we do it at the last or in the last?
Whenever
after
you
the-
No
like.
problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
As
No
you deem
problem.
proper.
Yeah, sure. So the benefits of mental health are that will help our improving relationships, reducing our stress and anxiety, creating an enhanced sense of inner peace. This is very, very important. Inner peace. So peace within yourself. Okay, thinking more clearly, logically, and rationally. It will help you to improve ability to resolve problems and take appropriate decisions. And when you are taking appropriate decision, it will increase your self-esteem also, and it will improve your quality of life. So this is what all this area we are going to highlight, or we are going to work on it. So how to enhance the mental health? Establish a positive sense of self. Whatever I have, whatever we have, whatever we may not have. So we have to have positive sense of self. We should have the satisfaction whether I'm so fair, whether I'm little dark, whether I'm so beautiful, I'm not so beautiful, or I'm so fatty, or I'm not so fatty, whatever it is, or related to body image, related to anything. If I'm not so intelligent or so highly intelligent, whatever it is, accept yourself and have positive sense of self. If you are accepting yourself, then you will find different ways to overcome or to enhance it, or to enhance your strengths and work on your weaknesses. Right? So acceptance is very, very important. Stay motivated and physically active. If you are physically active, obviously your body will support you, and when your body will support you, you are more energetic and you can do so many things. Motivated means people get motivation from the external world also, external sources also, but many of them are, whoever are successful people, they are motivated within themselves. They are motivated by themselves. They want to achieve some or other thing. That is the reason they could do it. If you are pushing someone that do this, so they will do it just for sake of your force. They will do it, but to some extent you can move them or you can push them, but rest is up to the self motivation or inner intrinsic motivation. Be more productive at workplace and enjoy your profession. Whichever your profession, whatever the kind of task you are doing, enjoy it. If you are enjoying, you will feel so happy. The satisfaction level will be there and your productivity will also be increased. But if you just cry, scream, and do your work just for sake of money, I'm just working, otherwise I would have not worked, I would have not done. So this kind of attitude will give you dissatisfaction and definitely will not give you happiness. Right? So enjoy your work, whatever the profession you are engaged in, and your productivity will be increased. And once your productivity will be increased, definitely your outcome is increased and your outcome is better. And your outcome is better, leaders like Varya sir and Reshma ma'am will definitely appreciate you. And once you get appreciation, you are more motivated. Now realize and work towards achieving your fullest potential. So if this kind of appreciation and motivation is there, you can use your fullest potential, right? So your whatever the potential you are having, you are trying to use it. That means you are trying to give your 100%. Whatever the task you are doing, you are trying to give 100%. And once you are doing it, you are so happy. You are so happy by yourself. And when you are so happy by yourself, you are satisfied, it will lead to happiness and it will lead to mental health also. Now, one of the major area, cope with daily stress. Stress I have tried to cover very briefly in this session. Otherwise, our time will not allow us to discuss it in detail. So stress, I'll just touch it very briefly. What is stress? Stress can be defined as a demand placed on our psychological and physical functioning that threatens an individual's adaptation to a given situation. So when I feel that my ability to cope up with that situation, my resources are not enough, or I am not able to cope up with that situation, at that moment I will feel stress. So in the same situation, I may feel stress, other person may not feel stress, because that person can cope up with that situation, but I can't cope up with that situation. So I feel stress and that person will not feel stress, right? So stress is any event that strains or exceeds an individual's ability to cope. So at that time you feel stress. So we can say stress is equal to pressure upon resilience. So if the pressure is more, if numerator is more and your resilience is less, so the stress level is high. If pressure is there and resilience is more, then your stress level is low. And when the stress level is low, you are able to cope up with that situation. You are able to take care of that challenge, and then you can move ahead your life easily. Stress can affect your body, your mind, your emotions, and your behavior. So high level of stress leads to serious health problems. Whenever there is high level of stress, it leads to serious health problems and it affects our physical, psychological, and behavioral aspects. So we have to take care, we have to understand how to deal with stress, because we all educators are actually playing so many roles together. Say, for example, if I give my example, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a friend, I am a teacher, I am a career guide. Means there are so many roles I am playing. In the same manner, we all are playing different roles, and we try to justify all roles, and we try to give 100% in each role. So sometimes the challenges are high as compared to our coping ability, right? So at that time we feel stress. So, and we have only 24 hours. We have accepted many roles, but 24 hours remain 24 hours only. So we have to adjust everything within that 24 hours. So we will discuss how to prioritize things also, and how to prepare friendly schedule also, very briefly. So some of the common sources which disturbs our mental health are conflict, frustration, pressure, life events, environmental conditions. These are, we have really gone through this pandemic, so we can easily understand what does it mean, or what is the meaning of life events, and how all of a sudden, what kind of news we were having during that time. So environmental conditions, lockdown was there, economy was also suffering from ups and downs, and all these things were there, and many of them lost their jobs also. So environmental conditions are also really causing stress. Some stressors will occur regardless of your actions. Say, for example, death or pandemic or lockdown, and all those things are beyond our control. We can't control it, right? We just try to manage it. We have to accept it, and we have to adjust ourselves and adapt it. And some stressor can be prevented. So we have to work on those areas. So we have to work on manageable or controllable stressors. So if we start doing it, then make a small list of issues that are really troubling you. Things which are really troubling you, try to make a list of it, and try to work on one by one. So that will help you to resolve, and that will help you to find out different ways. Talk with experts who can guide you and solve problems. As I told you that seeking help of a counselor or a person who is really expert, don't ever hesitate. Don't ever hesitate to talk to them that I don't know this, please guide me. Just now I said, Vishal sir, that I don't know how to share my screen, and he was there, he was ready to guide me. I troubled him a lot. So never hesitate to say, yes, I don't know this, it's fine. We are not masters. We don't know everything. Whatever we know, we should feel happy that, yes, God has blessed us, and we are blessed with this much knowledge. Gradually, we are learning. It's fine. And learning is a continuous process. We should keep on learning, right? So talk to experts and seek help of them to resolve any problem. So let go what you can't control it by accepting as it is. Focus on the things which are under your control. Minimize your stress by altering your perception. Perception is very, very important, because external situations are beyond your control, and learn to cope up and deal with daily challenges. Perception are really, it's very important. When I'm perceiving the same situation as stressful or as very troublesome, but the other person might be perceiving the same situation as it's fine, nothing happened, we can do it. So in the family, you might have observed one person is saying, oh my God, this happened, now what to do, how we'll deal with this? And the other person will say, fine, what happened, this much, we'll deal it. Right? So it is our perception, how we perceive the situation. And our stress level also depends on our perception, because when we accept it, yes, this happened, now we have to deal with it. So we try to accumulate all the resources. We try to find out the solutions. We try to work in that area, that what are the resources we are having, how can I deal with this situation? And that will give you definitely good ways to resolve the problem. Now, coping strategy also, I'll just brief out. Be assertive. I think everyone knows what is assertiveness. If you are not liking something, have courage to say no. I'm not going to do this. Just to make others happy, don't just carry on yourself or just to make them happy, be submissive and then, okay, I'll do it for your sake, I'm doing it. This will actually trouble you. It will not help you to develop your mental health. Rather, it will deteriorate your mental health. So be assertive. If you do not like it, if it is something against your wish, say no. And this is nothing is wrong. If 10 times you are saying yes and 11th time if you are saying no, it will trouble more. It's better to say first time itself that no, I'm not willing to do this. So assertiveness helps to maintain high self-esteem and your identity. It helps to communicate clearly and confidently. So your confidence will also be, you are more confident and you will be ready to, so prepare to speak up. Now, the other coping strategy is time management. Everyone knows that we should manage time. We should not waste our time. But the mobile is really troubling us. And WhatsApp and chatting and Facebook and all these things are really tempting us to, and we are wasting our time. So prioritize your list of work. Manage your time properly, considering important and urgent. If something is important and something is very urgent, on the basis of that, you prioritize your things. And once you prioritize your things, you are very much clear that these many things I have to do within today, within this much, these many hours, or today itself, or within this week time. So accordingly, you are going to allocate a reasonable time to each activity. And prepare friendly schedule. This is very important. Prepare friendly schedule means your schedule should not trouble you. Your schedule should not be like Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so is doing this. She's doing yoga. She's cooking. She's going for walk. She's going for gym also. So let me also follow. It's not right. So prepare friendly schedule, whatever is comfortable to you, and give some free time within that schedule, so that whatever is left out, whatever the task is by chance or because of other circumstances, you could not perform it on that particular day, at least you have free time to complete that task, and then you will be free. You will not be under any burden that I could not complete my schedule. And many times you might have observed that children are preparing schedule and hardly they follow that schedule for a week time or for few days, and then they say, no, we can't follow the schedule. Maximum you might have observed it that people could not follow the schedule because they are preparing very tight schedule. They don't give rest time or they don't give free time to themselves also. So once it is pending, so it bottles up, and then later on they just give up. They say, no, I can't follow it. And that is the only reason the schedules and timetables are not followed by students. And the same happens with us also. Now, I think you all know that how to prepare SMART goals which are very specific, attainable, measurable, which you can measure that how much to attain, and realistic and timely. So within that time period, I want to do this. Within this many months or within this many days, I want to complete this task. So that is timely. So your goal should be realistic. Your goal should be attainable. And your goal should be specific so that you can attain it. If you just set your goal, so I want to do this, and which is beyond your ability and which you cannot fulfill it, then it will give you dissatisfaction, and again it will lead to bad mental health. So after enhancing mental health, your mind is not full of all these stuffs. Rather, you are mindful. Though everything is there, but you are able to enjoy your life and you are able to manage things properly if you are enhancing your mental health. The most important aspect of well-being is happiness. Okay. So the ultimate goal of everyone's life, whatever we are doing, whether we are going for walk, whether going for movie, whether we are going for work area, workplace, or whatever we are doing, the ultimate goal is we are trying to gain happiness. So the ultimate goal is happiness of everyone's life. So there are three major types of happiness. This is actually the research has proved. And that high life satisfaction, if a person is having high life satisfaction, they generally feel happy. Frequent positive feelings, if they create positive thinking and positive feelings, those they are very happy, infrequent or rarely create negative feelings. They are also very happy. We are human beings, so at times if someone is hurting us, we create immediately negative feeling. But if you try to focus on what that person has done something good for you, you will forget why he has hurt you or what he has done something wrong. If a person has done 10 times something good for you and 11th time he has done something which you don't like, so just try to focus on how many times he has done good for you. So this way you can overcome your negative feelings. Everyone knows that positivity is really good, positivity is really, it will help us, and we can we should develop or we should follow positive thoughts only. But how to do it, that is very, very important. Even if you try to focus on your thoughts and you feel no, I will not think negatively, but still negative thoughts are there because you are hurt by so and so person, or you are not happy with that situation. So you knowingly or unknowingly or unconsciously, you feel that negative thoughts are there. So to overcome this, replace positive thoughts with this negative thoughts. If you replace these positive thoughts, automatically negative thoughts will be suppressed and negative thoughts will not be there. So this is one of the way to overcome negative thoughts. Now, thinking is an important aspect of happiness. Whatever happens in our life, whatever, you might have observed number of times, or you might have experienced also, that I just thought of that and that happened to me. Or it might be positive or it might be negative. You are trying to avoid something, or you are so much fearful about something, and you just think, nahi, aisa nahi hona chahiye, nahi, ye nahi hona chahiye, and you find that that happened to you, or that happens. So it is the power of your thoughts. So whatever happens with us, it's the outcome of our thoughts. And this practically, I think I have experienced it number of times, and I think many of you also have experienced it. External situation is beyond our control, but our inner world is under our control. So we cannot control the external world, but we can control our inner world. So we have to work on that area, what is beyond our where we can work out. So how much to get affected by external situation is always under your control. If something went wrong, if some event is there or some incidents is there, and because of that you got hurt and something unbearable is there, but still how much to get affected is always under your control. So you can change your destiny by positive visualization. I think many of you might have heard about secret and the importance of positive visualization and how it works and how it is really helpful to us. So that is, again, if we take a session on positive visualization, it is for hours and hours we can discuss on it. So positive visualization is also really helpful. Any disease, psychologists have proved that any disease or any problem can be recovered with the help of positive visualization. And even a person is healthy, if he or she keeps on thinking about the disease or some event, that same thing is going to happen. So we can invite disease, we can overcome, we can heal, we can rectify anything. So every single thought radiates energy. So every thought has powerful energy and it radiates energy. If it is positive, the energy will be positive. If it is negative, the energy will be negative. And if you are creating negative energy for so and so person, it is not going to harm that person, rather it is going to harm you only. If you are, say for example, people use abusive language, so that abusive language is not going to affect to the opposite person, but that abusive language is going to abuse them only, and their mental health is deteriorate. They are disturbed, they are not happy. The other person will keep on growing and they will shine, right? So work on your thoughts. Every thought you generate, think about it. So our thoughts can even affect plants. So this is very practically I have observed. If you nurture plants, and if you pamper or with affectionate or with love, if you provide, if you feed plants, or if you provide water, you will feel the growth of that plant is also different. just for sake of watering. If you are watering the plant and the other plant you are taking care of and watering the plant, you will see the difference between the growth of those plants also. So even your love and thoughts are affecting plants. So same happens with our children also, with our family members also. The kind of thoughts we are generating, we should think about it. We should always take care of our thoughts, what kind of thoughts we are really generating. I think I'm talking too much about thoughts.
Can I interrupt for a while?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ma'am, the very first request that we got from the chat box is basically, can you just remove that, hide button? Just click on the hide button so the entire screen is, don't, not the hide button.
This sharing wala?
Sharing wala mein hide hai, last mein.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So that the entire screen gets visible.
Yes, still
Yeah.
I'm learning, sir. I'm a learner.
Then we all are learning, and it's really a great session. We're enjoying the session. It's really good points that we're learning. But just to give a small hint that we have some little time more left. So if you can just progress take it in a swift manner.
Right, sir. I'll take care of it. But sir, very important as the part is remaining, and that I want to.
We don't want to leave any particular part. So take all the portion, but a little in a swift manner.
Yeah, sure. So if we talk about this, I think we were discussing about So create good thoughts, which is really going to affect your children, your family members, people around you. So I think you have understood the importance of the kind of thoughts you are generating. Think about all good things you are having. So I'm blessed to have this beautiful thing. I'm blessed to have so-and-so thing. I'm at least having so-and-so thing. So be grateful. Always be grateful and be satisfied. Yes, I'm blessed. If you are saying that, you are really blessed. So pay gratitude to the people who have really helped you, whether the person who is next to you or your family member or your friend or anyone. Always develop the habit of paying gratitude to your friends or the person who have always helped you and to Almighty. And then count your blessings, how much blessed you are. And now this topic is very, very important, very important. Have good me time. Me time means the exclusive time for your own self. Take good care of your physical, social, and mental health. As Reshma ma'am said initially, we take care of our family members. We take care of so many things. But we forget to take care of about ourselves, especially female. They always are devoted and they always are ready to work so hard for their family members and to make others happy. And they just forget to take care of themselves. So me time means the time only for yourself, without mobile, without WhatsApp, without Facebook, without chatting, without criticizing or without reading forwarded messages, right? So if without all these things, if you are spending some time, if you are sitting in the balcony and if you just create a thought, wow, such a beautiful atmosphere, or wow, such a beautiful evening, or just create a positive thought, it will give you happiness, it will give you satisfaction. And when you are creating this kind of thoughts, you will feel so happy, your mind will cherish and provide you peace and harmony. So inner peace will be there, and this will really lead to the feeling of satisfaction. And once the satisfaction is there, always happiness is there. So people's level of subjective well-being are influenced by internal as well as external factors. So I actually wanted to share one incident, but now we are running short of time, so I will not share it. But whatever the external environment is also affecting us, but the same environment, if you feel that, the lovely weather, what a beautiful view and everything, if you just create in that kind of thoughts, then the inner world will help you to gain the satisfaction level. Researchers have found that happy people are more healthier, live long. They have also better social relations and are more productive at their workplaces. They function more effectively. So your productivity is good, your efficiency is good, and your social relations are good. You are healthier. So if everything is there, obviously you are so happy person. So well-being can be attained by changing perception and expectation. Don't expect much from others. Always think what I have done for them, what I can do. Okay, don't expect everything from others. Break your task or jobs in manageable parts, whatever you can manage easily. Set reasonable and realistic goal. Don't set high goals, and that will lead to frustration if you cannot attain that or if you cannot fulfill that. Avoid procrastination. Procrastination is a very bad habit many of us might be having. So procrastination also leads to many problems. Set boundaries that you are doing this much, and as certain as we discussed, the similar kind of thing is there. Don't compromise your values and belief. If you want to say no, if you are not willing to do so and so thing, you can discuss and say no, I'm not willing to do so and so thing, and I have my own ethics or my belief system. Then schedule me time. Me time is very, very important, very, very important. So I want all of you to spare half an hour for your own self without any mobile or TV or laptop or anything, and just sit with yourself. That will help you to introspect, that will help you to reflect your own work or your own things, and that will help you to resolve your own problems also. If you just analyze, I did so and so thing, and then you will realize, oh, I would have not done so this thing, rather I would have presented in this manner. Whenever there is conflict or whenever there is some problem, we show aggression or we get so angry, and then we use the language which we should not use it. Later on, if we realize, then we find this is another way. I would have dealt the same situation in so and so way also, right? So when you're spending some time with yourself, you are actually shaping your own personality. You are working on your personality, and you are actually trying to understand what are good things you are having and how you can enhance it, right? So me time is very, very important. Please spare it. When you are doing all these things, your stress is balanced, your pressure and resilience is balanced. So by summing up, we can say by well-being leads to optimal functioning. Your functionality is also to the optimal level. I'm not saying extraordinary, but to the optimal level. Positive mental state, your mental state will also be positive. So everything, whatever you see, you will try to find out something good in it. Then your satisfaction level will be there. You will have healthy life and you will have happiness. Now we are open for questions. Any questions, please?
First of all, ma'am, this is really a very, very motivating session, a very relaxing session. So, a very first thing and first impression we would like to share with you is that thank you, many, many thanks. Thank you very much for taking up this session and sharing all these things, with us. There are plenty of things that we're learning for the first time today. So, I would just request, ma'am, you can just stop sharing your screen.
Yeah,
There are certain questions there that we need to answer. So I would just request the members who have the queries, please raise the hand or please open up your mic and just ask the question. Please.
Yes, absolutely, Kanta ma'am. There were so many things, and I could observe that from the chat. पहले सब लोग बहुत सुन रहे थे. Like everybody was just listening, and slowly, जैसे you said, we are all friends. We are here together to share. कुछ relatives कम हो तो ठीक है, but you should have friends where you can share what you feel. And we could see that in the chat. People started talking, like they are expressing, sharing, and which is so important, I think, within even our school classrooms as well as our whole colleagues. Like the हम लोग staff room में जाके बैठते हैं, so we have to have that open conversation with others. Like you said, competition,
but not gossiping. Not gossiping. Management did this and management did this. Not gossiping.
Right. So positive, like you said. So we have few questions from educators. Yes, Geeta
ma'am. So I would request the members who have just posted the question in the chat box, Neelam ma'am and Anshul ma'am, kindly please ask your questions upfront because you'll be able to better describe it. So let us have a Q&A session.
Yeah.
Yes, Mahesh sir, please feel free to ask the question.
I have taken much time. I have taken more time.
No, ma'am. We are very happy to have this time.
First of all, thank you, ma'am. You are very, very trying to their mental health is a very big issue. like a ocean, but you can try to us to giving us a very much good knowledge like a holy water.
Thank you,
I
sir.
have just one question. There's a second last slide. Optimal functioning. Please give me some more detailing about the optimal function.
Yeah. Just now you have seen, I was trying to share the screen. I could not do it. And I think you were there right from the beginning. So that is optimal functioning. In some areas, there are some limitations for me, but Vishal sir could do it very easily. So it's fine if we know something, and if we do not, if we have some or other problems, we should just try to do whatever best we can do. That is optimal functioning. I might be doing something good, which Vishal sir could not do it, right? So everyone has expertise in their own areas. We should not feel ashamed on it, and whatever we can do, we just should do it up to the mark. The best, whatever we can do. That is optimal functioning.
Okay, thank you, Anjali.
Thank you, sir. Nilima ma'am, you can please ask a question. Neelam ma'am, sorry. Neelam ma'am, Dr. Neelam Das, you can please ask your question. You raise your hand. Okay, I think she has already put it up.
Mic is muted. Her mic is muted.
Yeah. Neelam ma'am, you need to unmute yourself and ask the question. So she has posted her question here: how to deal with workplace stress, as our higher authorities think that we are superhuman. At times we are very tired or low, but have to overwork that too with smiling face and pretending I am energetic. Ma'am, would you please ask yourself, Nilam ma'am?
Yeah, obviously, sir. But honestly speaking, sir, I have never felt stressed whenever I am working. I enjoy my work, and I
Okay.
feel that yeah, many of them are saying कि proxy आ गई, ये आ गया, अभी paper बनाना है, I can't do this, and but I don't know why. Uh, but I don't feel so, because I feel कि okay, this is there, I can manage it. So I just see it. Okay, right now what is the priority, what I have to do. So I just prioritize the thing on the basis of important and urgent, and I keep on doing it. If I can do, it's fine. If I can't do, what management is going to do? Ultimately, we are human being. They can understand within their limit, whatever they can do, they will do it. So I think you
Yeah,
should
just
not
like
see, sorry ma'am, yeah, continue.
no. I was just adding up to exactly what you said, that like you define your priorities. So like we always I did a mindfulness session here, and our activity every night we had to keep a journal. We just did a 8 week, because same thing, so much of stress, how to deal with it, and then we have discussions in the house. Then we are not agreeing with kids. They have their own things going on. So one of my friends, just like you, she said with our whole group, and it was a personal, just like one-on-one chatting, and we decided that we all should keep a journal at night, a small diary which is our private. You don't even have to show anybody. Every night, think about tomorrow when you wake up. What are the things that you have to do? First, on the first page, write it down. On the second page, go back again and prioritize. What is going to be most important for me that I have to do tomorrow? क्योंकि हम लोग को कैसे होता है कि हम लोग पूरे साल भर का काम सोचते हैं, and we think that we have to do it in that one day. So आपने जैसे priorities कहा कि we know everybody is stressed, and I will focus on this, that we have to remember that our students are also stressed. And I will give you an example of my son himself in 11th and 12th grade, which is a big pressure यहाँ पे. The jaw locking problem होता है. And I thought it is a dentist problem, so I took him to a dentist. मैंने कहा आ करते time दर्द होता है. And my dentist actually recommended that it is not dental problem, it is stress.
Oh,
So
yeah, it
imagine a
affects body.
16 and 17-year-old kid having a stress जहाँ पे he cannot open his mouth fully. So think about your students also as an educator, because you, जैसे आपने कहा कि management is pressurizing you as a teacher, and सारी teachers मिलके एक student पे pressure कर रहे हैं कि you have to have A in all my classes, you have to finish homework, you have to give the test tomorrow only. So I feel that it is very important as a person to understand other, as a
Other
human being,
person's pain.
basically.
Yeah. So actually,
Yes, Neelam ma'am is there. Ma'am, you can please ask any queries if you still
Yeah,
have.
yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
Kanta,
evening.
ma'am.
good evening,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Ma'am, so happy
It
and
was really
so
good
happy
evening.
and energetic to listen to you.
Geeta ma'am,
But when we
Geeta ma'am,
start,
sorry. Geeta ma'am,
yes,
let
sir.
Neelam ma'am finish her query. Then we can
Sorry,
start.
sorry.
No problem. No
Thank,
problem.
thank, sir. Thank you, ma'am. It is really very fantastic session, and we came to know lots of things. And yeah, it's very important to have that me time. You know, if you have the me time, that I am sure that all the tensions and stress we are having that would go away. Even I am following that. But that is what is lacking in our society, including the office. Everywhere know that we don't want to accept this stress. Mental health, we don't want to accept it as a problem. Physical, we do accept that yes, he is having physical problem. Mental, we don't recognize. That is the main problem. So, isn't it, yeah, like the duty of our seniors or the management or other people like me also, I also have some subordinate. So, if every state people recognize this, or the expectation, like Chetna ma'am was asking, people put lots of expectation on us, so we are not able to fulfill, so we end up having stress. So, those are the points I think that we have to work.
No, so first of all, I would like to discuss about the me time, as you said. But whenever you are having me time, please don't use mobiles at that time. And me means exclusively me, right? That will really
Yeah.
help you. Second important thing, when you are talking with management, if management is assigning you, you are accepting it, right? If management is saying, madam, you have to do this, and if you are saying, yes, I will do it, that means you are trying to understand your resources, you are ready to do that, and once you have accepted, you should do it happily. And if you can't do it, then be assertive and say, I won't be able to manage this much because I am doing so and so thing, and I'm running short of time, or I'm having sufficient load, or whatever it is. So openly go and discuss with them. If you openly discuss with them and rationally, if you will show everything, I think they can understand, because they are sitting on that position. So they can understand your problem, and they will rather appreciate that you are open and you are ready to do your work up to the mark, and you are trying to give your 100%. Beyond that, they cannot ask you, right?
Yeah, true.
I think this
Even
is one of the
sometimes we have to overwork because of our own will.
I would just request Geeta ma'am now to ask her query. Geeta ma'am, you can please ask your query.
Thank you, Vishal sir. Kanta ma'am, thank you for the wonderful session. I was also with Neelam ma'am regarding this me time. When we prioritize our work and all our schedules, this me goes at the back, and finally it escapes into the wind. And finally, there's no me time at all, and that surely creates a stress. I was so happy about she mentioning about the journal that we maintain. That's wonderful, but I don't know how far we'll be able to sit, take it out, and write, and all that. I'm really apprehensive of that.
No, then change your convert your list. Start from the end, because me time is at the bottom. Make it at the top, and then start working in that way.
Then what, we become so selfish?
No,
it's not the matter of selfish. If you
गीता
are
मैम,
mentally healthy,
ये नजरिए की बात है. आपको वी टाइम में से W उल्टा करना है, मी टाइम करना है.
Sir, please in English, sir. Hindi nahi malum.
Gita ma'am, it's something like a change of perception. You have to make your V time, that's WEV time, into me time. So you have to just reverse the W into M. So,
and finally, I encroach upon my sleep. That's it. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was wonderful. A wonderful session. Thank you.
yeah, ma'am, actually it is very important. If you are sharing me time, if you are healthy, then only you will be able to work on rest of the task. And
yes,
the
right.
amount of work you are, say for example, you are taking 7 hours for so and so task. If you are using your me time and then you are trying to do it, I think that you can do it within 4 to 5 years also. So ultimately you are going to save your time. because now
Right.
you are more healthier and you can take appropriate decisions, right?
Yes.
So you have extra energy and you will be really a superwoman.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. There was one
Thank you, ma'am.
simple question from Anchal, ma'am. I think some of her questions are already answered, but she had a typical question that how to handle overburdening issue. We feel overburdened at times. So how to handle that issue?
So again, I think I can say overburden is really overburden, or you're perceiving it overburden, right? So you have to analyze it, whether you are able to cope up with it, whether you are having proper resources, whether you can do it, or whether you just see that this much, I have to do this. The all the time you are just saying I have to do so many things, and that leads to overburden, right? And if it is really overburden, then prioritize the thing which are least important. You just can skip it, or you can combine, or you can overcome that in one of the way. That is the only way we can work out.
That's great. So, Geeta ma'am, if you still have any doubt, you can ask, or else Jasjeet ma'am has a doubt, she can ask.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to one and all. Kanta ma'am, first of all, I really appreciate your way of working, your way of the presentation, and
Thank you.
it's really I am blessed to have you here. And the thing is that I am just like a way you are working is the same I am working. I am not appreciating myself, but it's a really a positive thinking process is there that we should go more move in a positive manner, but sometimes there is a situation
Yeah.
when we stuck,
Yes.
and that situation is there that either we have to move on or we have to keep the stress on ourselves. And due to that, if we move on to the other place, what I feel myself is there that I stuck myself as experience. I stuck in a place where I have to take a very you can say a strange decision, which is not a good for my surroundings and everything, but I have to took the decision and I moved on to the another step. After moving on to that step, sometimes I feel lonely, and I felt myself as that why is it the wise decision I took up, or whatsoever it is. So let me help in me out to how to overcome that situation.
Okay. Was there any other way, whatever the decision you have taken, was there any other alternate available? Was there any chance?
After 8 to 10 repetitive steps, I took that step with my heart.
All right. So you have done from your bottom of your heart, you have taken the right decision, right? You
Yeah.
never wanted to hurt anyone. Your intention was pure and pious, and you did it. After troubling yourself, also, you tried to make others happy, right?
Yes.
The way you are narrating, I can make out from your
Yes.
narration that
Yeah.
you tried to do everything in a right manner. Still, whether it is right or wrong, that is up to the situation, that is beyond your control. Then why you are taking that guilt? That guilt
Be-
should not be there, right? Because your intention was right, you did your best, and though something went wrong, so it's the situation. So
and
accept it and then move ahead. What else you can do? You
and
can't.
if someone says in that you are doing some partiality in taking one step or the other, then what to do in that?
Yeah, the people are going to blame. People are going to blame. As I told you, we are having different personalities in the society, even in the family, even with nears and dears, with relatives. So you are going to have many people around us. So how much to get affected is again under your control. If you are right, don't have this guilt, and guilt will trouble you. If you think that you have done best, have self-confidence, self-reliance, and then move ahead and say, because the situation, if you want to explain them, if you want to satisfy them, just explain them this was the right option available at that moment according to me, and I have taken that decision. If you feel that is wrong, come and help me. We will sit together and take the decision.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much for appreciating my step and
Don't
everything.
have that
Uh,
guilt. Please come out of it.
and more the thing is there that for this particular question only I joined this session, and I'm
Brilliant.
happy
satisfied
that
with it?
yeah, I am totally now I am said that I am having my mental health recovered right now. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you,
Brilliant.
Varya sir, that you have given us a link and you have shared the details with me, and I'm really happy that I'm part of it. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you.
Welcome,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Kanta ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you, one and all, for joining. I think many people have just started leaving the meeting. So before everyone leaves, and before we just conclude the session, I have got a very quick and energetic exercise for all of us, those who are here. Please switch on your mic and give me a weird face. I would like to just click a picture of yours. Just give me a weird smiling face or a big face, something like this. Just open up your videos, please. Let us take our exit. This is a session for mental health and happiness and well-being. Let us show our happiness.
I think everyone should give pleasing face, pleasing, something which is energetic.
Let us give an energetic face. Yes, something like this. I'll just click it in a while. Yeah, we are just waiting for more people to just switch on the cameras, please. And I'm going to take a peek in the count of 3. Yes, ready? Just switch on the camera.
I'm
Give it
unable
your best
to.
pose. Yes, something like this. Happy. Just 1, 2, and 3. Thank you everyone for your lovely pose. I shall be sharing this pose with you all as well. And really thankful to Kanta ma'am for taking this session. As we can all see that this session has been really rewarding session for all of the mentors, all of the educators who have attended today. And I'm sure that this is not an exaggerating thing that I'm going to speak, as you have all experienced that Kanta ma'am is having a lot of qualifications, but you have just now experienced her, the way she explains the topic, the way she has discussed the issue with us, discussed the topic with us. She is very humble person. It's always easy to approach her, and I think this is the best example that if you are happy at your place, you can make others happy with your contributions. So as a GG community, as a leader of the GG community, I'm really thankful to Kanta ma'am to take up this topic, as well as to have our lovely contribution to this. And I'm going to share this recording with all the participants. I've already shared the feedback link. I think you must have got it. And I'm going to share it with all the participants, the recording. So thank you, Anil, for joining. Rashma, you would like to say something?
Yes, same thing about Kanta ma'am. So first of all, thank you, Kanta ma'am, for taking out time for us and our yes, Neelam ma'am.
Neelam ma'am, yes. Neelam ma'am, you want to say something?
I want to add something.
Yes, I would just like to ask Geeta ma'am and Kanta ma'am, like how they spend their me time.
I think what I was thinking, I know,
Very
yeah,
good
it is a very good question, and it just came to my mind that
वो काना फूसी करना है, वो
why
कान
don't
में बोलने
as
वाली चीज है.
everybody has a different me time, I think.
Okay, I'll tell you. I enjoy songs. I enjoy old film songs, and especially 70s ke Shankar, Jackie Chan, and all these songs. So whenever I am cooking or whenever I am going anywhere, loudly, full volume में मेरे घर में songs बजते हैं, Spotify premium पे, and then I just listen songs. I sit in the balcony. When I'm sitting in the balcony, madam, honestly, I'm telling you, when I'm sitting in my balcony, lovely view. I feel like I'm sitting in the Goa, and then second moment I feel कि मैं गोवा वाले को ऐसा बोल रही हूँ, but then it's fine. People might be enjoying Goa and the same kind of feeling I'm generating here. So I don't like to travel. Travel is a big headache for me. So I enjoy here sitting in my balcony. I listen songs and I enjoy my me time like this, especially with songs. And I don't use WhatsApp. Even sir might have sent me sometimes messages, then I had to say, sir, please, my message bahut kam dekhti hu. Maybe at night, in the morning, they might have sent me. So that is my weakness, and I have suffered a lot for that, my weakness also. I'm not fond of WhatsApp and all these things. I'm not on the Facebook also. I'm not using Instagram. I'm not using anything, but I just talk to my friends. I have my childhood friends. I talk to them, and then I use me time like this.
I think Tejal ma'am has something to ask.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I just have to leave because
Or-
मेरा me time शुरू होने वाला है my 15 minutes में because I have started
Before you
exercising.
leave,
So
I just want
I
to
have
tell
to
you
reach
one
my
thing.
gym in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to request all of you, please, if you have learned something from this session, please work on it. I want you people to grow and remain happy. So sparing time for yourself only. Start sparing time, me time, and then you will find some changes in yourself. And whenever you need any help, any kind of guidance or anything, please feel free to talk to me.
Yeah. Tejal ma'am, you can please ask a question.
Yeah, this is not a question, sir, exactly, but I'm just sharing my experience. Every Thursday, I'm having a session with the psychological patients. So, just as Kanta ma'am said, ke whenever she wants to feel happy, she used to listen to music. My session is every Thursday, 1.5 hours. I'm using all the Google tools and different teaching points are there. So just last 10 minutes used to I used to play the song. वो लोग बिंदास, they are singing the song, they are dancing on the song, and that 10 minutes was the golden minutes for my session.
Yeah.
True.
Actually, music is also a therapy.
Yes.
Music is really
Exactly.
therapy.
But unfortunately, all the patients, all male and female, all patients are there. But sorry to say that 60 to 70% are male. They are
That's true.
Yeah.
True. Depression is really troubling.
Yes.
Generally, you find male are suffering more because they
Yes.
cannot come
Yes.
out. They just suppress their
Yes.
emotions. That is the main
Exactly.
reason. And
Yeah.
female, they cry, they talk, they shout, they scream, and then they are normal.
Frustration. They can remove the frustration, no?
Yeah.
There are always going to be some gender differences, and we need to respect those
Yeah,
gender
exactly.
differences.
Exactly. So this is the way I have seen that so many patients are youngster, so they like more the songs, Salman Khan songs. So for 10 minutes I used to play them Salman Khan songs, Amir Khan songs, Nacho, let them enjoy and remove your frustration.
Cool.
So this is my activity.
That gives them happiness and they come
Yeah,
out from that.
exactly,
It's really a good
exactly.
way. It's really best way to.
Fine.
Yeah.
I think it's more than 20 minutes overtime that we've taken, but this is really nice. This is not overtime. I mean, I think this is the needed time that is there. So let us conclude this session. So Kanta ma'am, thank you very much once again for taking up this topic and sharing your expertise with the community. And I'm sure the community has benefited through this session. And I shall be sharing the recording with all. And maybe have such more sessions in future. We shall be into the plan, and we shall also be sharing those session details later through email. So thank you one and all for joining. Thank you, Kanta ma'am. Thank you, everyone. I'm just
Thank you
closing
so much,
the
sir,
meet.
giving me this platform.
Ma'am,
Actually, I'm Kunjona's first time on this
the pleasure is
platform.
ours. The pleasure is ours, ma'am. Thank you for
Thank
being
you so
here.
much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now you can just leave the meet.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stop
Thank
the
you, sir.
recording.
Shall I leave?
Yes, we can leave the meet.
Yeah. Thank you.